Hello YouTube, Tom itself here, and today I'm going to be running some flags in CTF. A friend and I hopped into some CTF games to try and get the flag caps required for Marathon Pro. Now there aren't any large parties in this lobby and not everyone has mics, so there isn't a lot of communication on either side, and it makes it a little bit more easy for me as a flag runner to get in here, take some people out, and get away with the flag. At any rate, as you can see, my teammate has the flag and is running for the cap. He's not going to get it, but when the flag returns, I'm going to grab it and try and run back and get a flag cap myself. I would note that it's usually better to support your flag runner rather than to wait for the flag to be returned or capped, but if there's just one person waiting back for it, it's probably okay. Now you see this motion sensor that showed me where this guy was? That's going to be pretty helpful. But here we're going to stop for a second. All of my teammates are back at our flag capture point, so I'm not quite sure which way I should run. But I have cleared a couple of them off of the building, and it's also going to give me a lot more cover if I run through the building, so that's going to be the way I'm going to go. Also, you'll see as the UAV scans that quite a few of them have spawned off on my left, so I got lucky here. And with all those guys on the left, the stairs straight up into the building are going to be pretty risky. So here's the first tricky choice. How do I get away from this guy? The easy choice would be to go right around the outside of the building. If I do drop the flag out there, it's going to be a little bit easier for my teammates to control the area and grab the flag again. But that limits me to a single path, and if I go that way, he'll know exactly where I'm headed. Also, if he's aggressive and hops out that window, he'll probably be able to shoot me in the back before I get behind the dumpster on the right side there, so I'm going to go left. Sure enough, he does hop out the window and does the smart thing by, instead of chasing me through the building, trying to cut me off a little further along my route. Now that I'm in the building and have broken line of sight with everyone who's pursuing me, I can take a minute if I want to and slow down. While I'm not ghosted, they don't have a UAV up, and so if I want to take a minute, that's just fine. The first question is, do I want to check the room on my right? It's unlikely that anyone has decided to run up into the building since I didn't come up here to start with. Normally flag runners are going to try and grab the flag and run back as fast as they can, and we'd been doing that this game, so they're probably expecting me to be charging back there as fast as possible. And so they'll be headed through the right side or through the main gate in the middle. I could jump out of the window over to the truck and then run through the main gate, but I don't have any teammates over there, so what I need to do is try and get on the other side of that wall as fast as possible. As I noted before, the people chasing me are going to do the right thing and try and cut me off at that main gate, so this is going to be the last really risky point before I cap this flag, and the question is, do I stay, or do I try and run across and just get there as fast as possible? In this case, with my teammate and a couple green arrows watching this main gate, I decide that it's best to just go ahead and try and do this as fast as possible. If I do drop the flag, one of them will hopefully pick it up and score. But I make it through there without any problems and pick up a quick flag cap. Now that was made possible by a UAV, and the motion sensor helped out some too, telling me which way they were going, so I knew how to avoid them and get around corners before they could shoot me. And again, I should point out that the fastest route is probably the most predictable and not always the best, especially if they don't have a UAV up or if you're ghosted and running the flag. Also, the cover and the different routes that the building offers is really useful. This is some really embarrassing shooting. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Anyway, one of my other teammates has taken the flag and is running back through the middle of the map by the B domination point. There's not a lot I can do to help him with just my submachine gun, so I'm going to throw a flashbang as far back there as I can and flash anyone who's trying to take him out from range. Alright, it's time for me to get back in there, pick that defense apart, and try and get another flag cap. Now I've got a submachine gun, so I want to get in pretty close before I engage these guys. That makes the stairs on my right probably a bad choice, because there's a guy in the back corner behind the flag who'll probably have a pretty easy time taking me out from there. I could go back downstairs and come out of that lower center door, but there isn't a lot of cover going that way, and there is someone probably watching that door. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and go over to the window. Everything looks clear, so I'll go ahead and hop on out there and try and get the guys who are behind their flag. And if I'm smart about this, I'll only go far enough forward so that I can just barely see the guy, so I won't give him a lot to shoot at. And this guy just went into last stand. I'm going to leave him there and clean him up right before I pick up the flags so that hopefully he doesn't catch the lucky end of a respawn wave. Now I was going to pick up the flag, but I've got a problem. Some guy with Ghost is just sitting there watching the flag. and there are still 2 claymores pointed right at the flag. This is going to slow me down a little bit, but it doesn't stop me. And it does give me a chance to call in my helicopter before I end the game here. My teammate here is going to try and run in and make a fast grab with the flag, but he's not going to make it. I end up flashing myself. Silly. But I can finally step around here, take out the ghost guy, and grab the flag. Well, this is a familiar situation now, isn't it? Everyone on my team is either dead or back at our flag, and here I am grabbing the enemy flag. Again, I'm going to avoid going left, it's just too open that way. But if I go right, I can either go up the stairs, just straight into the building like I did before, or I can go around on the right side. The real trouble is that I have no idea where any of them are, so I'm going to stick to the outside of the map and go all the way around the outside. The first guy does not play this well and just assumes that I ran back along this path and goes to chase me from behind. Watching from his view, we can see that he's Marathon Lightweight, but he doesn't have Marathon Pro, neither do I, so he's going to have a hard time catching me, and even though he sees me on the corner of his screen there, it's still too late by the time he turns around. If I couldn't make it to this dumpster, I should have ducked in that little corner next to me, but the dumpster's fine, and I'm going to get out of there with the flag. We can see that this second guy was Marathon Lightweight as well, and he was in a good position to know where I was. He cut off all the corners and just barely misses me as I duck behind the dumpster. Now this last guy is the one that killed my teammate as he was going for the flag, and because my teammate went for it and he shot him, the guy reloaded, even though he had no reason to. Still 43 rounds left in that clip, and by the time he looks around the corner, I am long gone. Now he might have had a shot on me, but he puts the claymore down and then he runs around the outside, and here I'm already behind the dumpster. He's not going to get that shot off, and with an LMG, it is in vain. He's not going to catch me. This flag cap is going to end the second round and the game. I hope this wasn't too slow with all the pausing to talk about my decisions as I was running the flag, but I certainly learned a lot from watching the other team's views and had fun doing it, so I hope you enjoyed it. As always, your feedback is appreciated, especially with some of these more unusual edits to other views and pausing and whatnot. So once again, thanks for watching, and have a good day.